What's up guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm out in my garden and I'm going to be installing some drip irrigation. So let me go ahead and pick up the camera and show you all what I'm going to be using. So here are the two types of drip tubing I'll be running today. They are both by Rainbird and they're both 100 feet in length. This one right here is 1/2 inch emitter tubing. It has holes every 18 inches to act similar to a soaker hose. And then this is just regular plain poly black distribution tubing. So this is just 1/2 inch drip tubing. It doesn't have any holes. This will distribute the water to my beds. Okay, so here we are on the west side of my house. This is where I have my hedge of my 9 limelight hydrangeas. And right in the center of my hedge here is my hose box, which is actually perfect. This is my faucet here. And then I have a little hose that just came with the hose box. This is the hose that supplies the water to my hose inside the box so that I can access my water. So first things first, to allow me to still be able to use my hose, I'm going to use one of these. This is a Y connector. So this will attach directly to the bottom of my faucet and allow me to use the hose on one end and my drip on the other end. Next, to make my system automatic, I'll be adding this digital timer that I got from Amazon. It's by Orbit, and this particular timer already has a backflow preventer attached to it. So that's what that little mesh piece is in there. That prevents any junk from getting back up into your line. So if you don't have a timer that already has a backflow preventer attached, I'll insert a picture of what a backflow preventer will look like. So I'll attach this next. Next, you want to attach a pressure regulator. This is a 25 psi pressure regulator. And then lastly, you'll have one of these, which is just an adapter. This is a barbed adapter, so this will attach to the bottom of the pressure regulator, and this barbed end, the tubing will just attach directly to this. So to start off, you'll just want to make sure that your water is completely off. And then I'm just going to detach my hose line here, and as you can see, I do already have a mesh in here to prevent anything from getting back up in the lines. So first I'm going to attach my Y connector to my faucet. This will allow me to run my hose line from one end and my drip system from the other end. Next, I'm going to attach my timer here, and I'm going to go ahead and just attach these two pieces just to make it easier for me to screw on. Okay, so I've got that on nice and tight, so I'm going to go ahead and attach this part to my faucet. Okay, so that's on nice and tight. So again, we've got the Y connector, my backflow preventer is here, the timer, and then next you'll want to attach the pressure regulator. This just screws on to the bottom here. And then lastly, I'm going to attach my tube adapter. Again, this just screws onto the bottom of the pressure regulator. I'm going to go ahead and put my tubing on the end just because it can be kind of hard to push on sometimes. Just so you can see what I'm doing, because I'm a visual learner as well, all I'm doing is pushing this part down into the tube. So I've got it on nice and flush to the top, and I'm just going to screw this on to the bottom now. And then my last step is just to reattach my garden hose to the other side of the Y connector. And that's it. So when you're done, it should look something like this. You'll have your faucet, your Y connector, backflow preventer, your timer, your pressure regulator, and then your tube adapter. And then I'm just going to run the black tubing, the distribution tubing along the back wall, along my hydrangea hedge, and it'll run and stop about here. And then I'll connect to the brown 18 inches, and I'm just going to weave it all through my beds. So this way I don't have to hand water everything. And then let me just show you guys some other accessories you may need to run your drip. I've got some landscape staples to help hold the drip tubing in place, a rubber mallet to hammer the staples in, and then I've got 2 different types of couplers. This is a T-coupler, which will allow me to run my drip in 3 different directions. And then I've got some straight couplers. Now they do also have elbows, which basically if I take off this side, it'll look like that, just an L shape. So you can run in 2 directions, but I don't think I'm going to need those, so I didn't pick those up. So let's go ahead and set up the camera, and I'm going to run my drip. Okay guys, so I've made it to the end of where I want the tube to run. Well, actually this is the end of the tube anyway. So I've got an end cap here. All you do is slide one end onto the tube like that, and then just bend the other end and slide it through like that. So that way it's pinching the line and no water will come out. Okay guys, so I've come to the end of where I want the black drip tubing to run. So I'm just going to lift this up, let it run underneath like that. So I'm just going to make a cut with my pruners right here. Get rid of this extra tubing. So now all I have to do is take one of my straight couplers. This is what it looks like. And insert one end to the black tube, and then I'm going to make a cut for my brown tubing and plug that in to the other end. And I'm done. Here's a close-up look of what that looks like. You guys, so I've got all the drip tubing installed in this bed, and as you guys saw, I just ran black distribution tubing underneath my gutter drain, plugged it in to the brown drip tubing, and I just snaked it through all the rows of plants so that they got watered evenly. I did keep the tube about 1.5 feet back from the edge just because I will be edging this bed with some pavers. Hopefully this year, I'm not sure. We'll see. It's starting to get hot, you guys, here, so I want to go ahead and get the drip down. I'll go slow for you guys. It just follows the curve around, circles through, back around the tree, and then it ends here. And I just capped it off with a coupler that pinches the line so that no water will run out. And then I did the same thing on this side. I just snaked the brown drip tubing with the holes every 18 inches throughout the bed, just so that everything's watered nice and evenly. Back here where I had already mulched, I ended up digging just a small little trench, push the mulch back to lay the tubing down, and then I'll just cover the mulch back up once I get everything hooked up and running. This drip tube, this is actually the beginning of this line. It will start just like on the other side under here. I have not completed this side yet, so this side, you guys, I will be digging up all of my grass. I will be planting a new bed on this side of my house, but I do have a faucet down here that I'm just going to run one single line of black distribution tubing as I did on the other side, snake it underneath my drain, and plug it in to the brown drip tube. So I will probably do that maybe tomorrow. You guys, it's supposed to get into the 90s here tomorrow, so we will see when I can get that done. But this bed right here on this side is going to be on a separate drip system. So I'll have two systems basically, one for that side of the house and then one for this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the water on so you all can see how this one is running. Okay, you guys, so I just cut the water on, and look, success. There's water coming out of all of the little holes, and it'll water all of these beds so nicely. So I'm going to monitor this for the next couple of days just to see how the water runs, if I have any pooling, if I need to fill in some areas with more dirt, if I need to run emitters specifically to each plant. I'm just going to keep an eye on it for this week. It's supposed to get into 90s actually starting tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to monitor this maybe the next week or so. And then once I know everything is operating properly, I'll go and cover everything with mulch. And y'all, I can't wait to see this bed mulched. Like, looking at this, it's nice just because it looks better than having that cardboard and empty space. But y'all, I cannot wait to see the finished project. Mulch is just like putting the mascara on. It is the finishing touch to any bed. I am planning to mulch all the way up to the edge of my patio slab there, so it'll be a nice thick layer of mulch to insulate these plants. But y'all, look at my water puddles. I'm so excited. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. I hope seeing the process of me actually setting up each part of the drip system was helpful. If you all want me to do a detailed video on how to operate the timer that I purchased, just leave me a comment down below and I'll be happy to do that. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.